Hello everyone, this is Dominic from Vanuatu. I just released a major update in NaturaList, an app for publishing and analyzing taxonomic checklists. And this is a quick overview of what you can expect. The app is still free and open source and uses an open data approach. All your data is in Excel spreadsheet. It is fully capable of offline use to be used in the field, and it can be deployed without any complex databases or expensive web hosting. And it has a very flexible data structure, including different kinds of textual data and media. So let's have a look on it. On the main screen, you can see your checklist. This is a dummy checklist I made for this presentation. And you can see the taxa having different kinds of data attached in form of badges, numbers, taxa, text, other numbers, long notes, and even geographic information about the status of presence in different regions that you can define, which you can accompany with notes and references. We'll get to them in a bit. The biogeography module is one of the major updates. It either allows you to use a single column approach where you gather the data from some external database, as we do here in Port Vila National Herbarium, or you can use a multi-column approach and curate all the presence data manually. Another major update is referencing, so now you can include BibTeX into your spreadsheet and use shortcodes to generate this kind of references on which you can click and get the full reference on right here. You can also use shortcodes to link to occurrences in major biodiversity databases or search engines. Here I have reference to a particular observation on NaturaList that it's pertinent in this case, so you can click on it, get to INAT. Could be GBIF, could be anything else. And as I'm using references through my checklist, I can always go here in the menu and see all the references used in this checklist. Besides the data you choose to display here in the front, that may be the most important ones people will look for most often. You can also have details per species or per taxon. When clicking on the taxon name, you get to its details tab. The first item is search online. It allows you to define a collection of different search engines. It could be links to search engines in museums or online databases. And when you click on any of them, you'll be taken to that species or the taxon on that particular search engine or database. There is another new feature here. Some of the museums, databases, search engines may be only pertinent for a particular taxon. So in my spreadsheet, I defined that this imaginary frognet is only pertinent for Anura, for frogs. So when I click to any bird, for example, I don't see it, and I can only see it when I click on this frog account. I can also have additional media, pictures with titles and references here again. I can also have recordings that I can play. There are maps, so this map is automatically generated from the data that are used to generate this biogeographic account. I can also have simple pictures as maps if I have them somewhere already generated from, say, a GIS. The last part here that I can have optionally is texts, which allows me to create long species accounts with pictures, with the formatted text. You don't need to type it directly in Excel. You can pull it from external files. And you can see that the presence of the different types of details is indicated by clickable icons. So I have supplementary pictures for this species account, but I don't have any pictures for this one, just a map. There are some updates with filters too. So I have taxa and additional data filters. Region-based biogeographical data can be filtered too. So I can choose, for example, an entire province here or individual islands from which I want to see the organisms. This can be fully configured. You are not depending on any predefined list of countries or regions. You can combine filters. There is a numeric filter here that allows you to filter data by their numeric values. So let's see all organisms that are smaller than 60 centimeters. And here we are. There is a particular feature about data. Sometimes you only want to show data here in the main view that are only pertinent when a particular filter is active. So for example, I have local names in languages of different islands. So let's check, for example, Efate, and now I can see the local name in this Vate languages on Efate. Let's check Molecula. I have another language from Molecula here, but if I uncheck the two items are not displayed. NaturaList is all about data presentation and exploration. So in addition to the taxonomic list, you have 4 other views of the same data. You have stacking circles. I will show this on our Port Vila National Herbarium checklist, where we have more data. And let me use the stacking circles. This is the complete list of Vanuatu plants. I can click on different circles, zoom in, see how many species are in each family in this case. Can go back. Let's see what about the endemic species. So I can see, for example, here in monocots that Araceaceae has high rate of endemism and Poaceae has no endemic species at all in Vanuatu. And dicots, you can also see similar things. Combine the filters. So if I was interested in anything that's endemic and critically endangered or endangered, then I would see that there are a few families that may be interesting for me in this case. Reset the filter and see another view, categories chart. So this is a chart that allows me to ask and answer complex questions. I choose the distribution status. I will sum by taxon and percentage. So this gives me the percentage. Clicking on the cell, for example, I see 16% of Apocynaceae are endemic in Vanuatu. 16% of Apocynaceae taxa that we have in Vanuatu are endemic to the country. Last view is geography. So I can select my map here. I can use filters to see, for example, what is the distribution of endemic species on Vanuatu based on the collections we have. Or I could search, for example, for endangered and critically endangered taxa and see what collections we have from different islands. Again, this is fully configurable and completely depending on the kind of data you want to insert in your checklist. There has been a lot of improvements in the mobile interface too. So when you are on mobile phone, you have now instant access to full text search and filters from the main screen. And there has been many improvements under the hood to make the app more stable and dependable. If you want to know more, send me an email on this email address or visit the GitHub page of the project on this address here. Thanks for watching.